What if I told you that the most powerful weapon you can ever carry is not in your pocket, not in your bank account, and not in your hands? It's in your mind. A mind so sharp, so disciplined, and so unshakable that people can't help but respect you. A mind so strong, it intimidates weakness, it commands attention, and it scares the average person because it reflects what they wish they had. This is the kind of mind you're going to build. Before we begin, take 1 second. Subscribe to this channel if you're serious about building unbreakable strength inside yourself. And drop a comment below with your thoughts. Tell me, what is one mental weakness you're ready to destroy starting today? All right, let's get into it. A strong mind doesn't happen by accident. It's forged like steel. It's built through fire, through pressure, through discipline. Think about it. The people you secretly admire, the ones who move through life with a calm, unstoppable energy. They didn't just wake up like that. They trained their minds the same way a warrior trains his body. So, if you want a mind that scares people, not because it's cruel, but because it's powerful, you must learn 3 things. 1. Control your emotions. 2. Master your focus. 3. Develop mental endurance. These 3 pillars will separate you from the masses and put you in a category very few ever reach. Let's start with emotional control. Most people live as prisoners of their emotions. They re-triggered by a rude comment, a bad day, a rejection, a failure. They lose their cool, they react, they fall apart. But a strong mind doesn't break under pressure. It bends reality to its will. Imagine someone trying to provoke you. They insult you, they mock you, they doubt you. A weak mind reacts. A strong mind observes. Calm, steady, in control. And here's the truth. Control scares people. Why? Because when you don't react the way they expect, they lose power over you. And nothing is more intimidating than someone who cannot be shaken. Emotional control begins with awareness. Most people don't even notice when their emotions hijack them. Anger takes over, sadness consumes them, fear locks them down. But here's the secret. Awareness creates space. When you can pause, just for 3 seconds, between what happens to you and how you respond, you step into power. Here's a simple exercise. Whenever you feel triggered, say silently to yourself, "This is a test." Because that's what it is. Life testing whether you'll fold like everyone else or rise above. A strong mind treats emotional attacks like gym weights. The heavier the insult, the stronger you become by carrying it with grace. Now let me tell you something people won't say out loud. When you master emotional control, people will fear you. Why? Because they can't manipulate you anymore. The world runs on emotional buttons. Advertising pushes fear. Social media thrives on outrage. Toxic people feed on drama. But when your mind is calm, you unplug from all of it. Suddenly, you're untouchable. You're no longer reactive, you're proactive. And that scares people because it exposes their lack of control. But emotional control is only the first pillar. If you want to build a mind that commands respect, you need the second weapon, unbreakable focus. Focus is the ability to lock onto what matters, while the rest of the world begs for your attention. Focus is a superpower in a world drowning in noise. We live in an age where attention is the new currency. Everyone wants a piece of your mind, but a strong mind refuses to be scattered. It chooses. It locks in. It says, "This matters. The rest can wait." Think about this. Most people fail not because they're incapable, but because they're distracted. They start something, stop halfway, get pulled into 10 other things, and never finish. The difference isn't talent. It's focus. Here's how you build deadly focus. 1. Kill the noise. Create an environment where distractions don't exist. If your phone steals your life, turn it off, put it away, or delete what doesn't serve you. 2. Set laser targets. Don't just work harder. Know exactly what you're aiming for. Write down your top 3 priorities every morning. If it's not on the list, it's not stealing your focus. 3. Time block your life. Focus is built in chunks. 30 minutes of pure concentration beats 3 hours of scattered effort. Here's the truth. When your focus is unshakable, people start to notice. They'll say things like, "Why don't you ever hang out as much? Why are you always so disciplined? Why can't I get your attention?" And deep down, it scares them, because your focus reminds them of their own lack of control. Now imagine this. 2 people start the same race. One keeps looking around, scrolling, getting distracted, stopping for every little thing. The other keeps his eyes locked forward. Who wins? The one who stays focused. Always. And when you combine emotional control with focus, you've already separated yourself from 99% of people. But there's one final piece. The hardest. The one that truly builds a mind that scares the world underscore. Mental endurance. If emotional control is your shield, and focus is your sword, then mental endurance is your armor. It's the ability to keep going when your body screams stop, when your mind whispers quit, and when the world says it's impossible. Here's the harsh truth. Most people break when it gets hard. They start something, hit resistance, and fold. That's why they live average lives. But endurance? That's what separates the unstoppable from the forgotten. And endurance doesn't just impress people, it terrifies them. Why? Because they know they can't outlast you. They may be smarter. They may have more resources. But if you refuse to quit, eventually you win. The world doesn't reward the fastest starter. It rewards the last one standing. So how do you build mental endurance? 1. Do hard things on purpose. Take cold showers. Run when you don't feel like it. Read when your brain is tired. Train your mind to obey you, not your feelings. 2. Reframe pain. Stop seeing struggle as punishment. Start seeing it as proof that you're growing. Pain is not the enemy, it's the teacher. 3. Keep promises to yourself. Every time you quit on yourself, your mind gets weaker. Endurance is scary because it creates a level of certainty most people don't have. When people see you refuse to quit, when they see you keep rising after every failure, they start to think, if I ever go against this person, I will lose. That's the power of mental endurance. So let's recap the 3 pillars of a terrifyingly strong mind. Emotional control. You can't be provoked. Focus mastery. You can't be distracted. Mental endurance. You can't be stopped. Put these together, and you become untouchable. Calm in chaos. Sharp in distraction. Unstoppable in hardship. And that's what scares people the most. Not your words, not your appearance, but the silent strength of a mind they cannot bend.